Yo, what to do everybody, I'm Jeku, hope you're having a good day. Yesterday, NASB 2 was officially revealed, so if you missed that, then check out my previous video if you want to see my reaction to the trailer, and we also checked out the official website giving us new details about the game. Like, did you know this game will have ultimate attacks now for each character? That's crazy. So again, check that video out if you want, but for today's video, we have some exciting news for NASB 2. We're going to be talking about how NASB 2 will be at EVO this year with maybe new character reveals and more. We're also going to be going over new details and information we got from an exclusive interview from Polygon. If you're excited for NASB 2, hit that thumbs up button and subscribe and ring the bell so you don't miss anything on Nickelodeon All-Star Brawl 2. Let's get it. Alright, first up, Nickelodeon All-Star Brawl 2 will be making an appearance at EVO 2023. That's right, NASB2 over on Twitter said this. Want to learn more about how NASB2 gameplay has changed? Tune in to EVO 2023 next Friday for a breakdown on what's new and changed in Nickelodeon All-Star Brawl 2. There you have it, people. If you want to see what's new about this game, tune in on August 4th for new gameplay, everything new, and to see what's changed. And who knows, they might even announce a new character over there at EVO as well. And of course, I got you covered here on the channel for everything new, so be sure to subscribe and hit that bell if you don't want to miss this. Alright, time to go over some new details about the game from that exclusive interview with Polygon. But before we do that, for the people who aren't caught up yet with the news, let's go ahead and catch you up really quick. So Nickelodeon All-Star Brawl 2 will improve on the original game with voice acting for all of its characters, crossplay on all platforms, and a visual overhaul according to publisher Game Meal Entertainment. New characters, Squidward Tentacles, Jimmy Neutron, and still to be announced additions will further flesh out the roster. There's something for solo players too. Nickelodeon All-Star Brawl 2 will include a roguelike story campaign and a bunch of minigames to keep players busy. There you go, that's a quick little summary of what we know so far. New characters, new campaign, new voice lines, and new graphics, and of course new fighting mechanics. But now it's time to dive a little bit deeper about this game, and let's get into these questions that Polygon asked. Alright, first question, can you talk about what's new here from a core gameplay perspective? What do you think will surprise players about the change from Brawl to Brawl 2 in terms of updated mechanics? And Rodriguez replied with this is actually a difficult question to answer because this is an entirely new game. We've changed almost every aspect of Nickelodeon All-Star Brawl 1 in small to big ways, and we hope all of them come as a good surprise for players. But to list a few of the changes, we've completely redone how movement works by changing to analog inputs compared to digital inputs from the first game, meaning things feel smoother and more responsive when moving around, which opens up a whole new world in terms of gameplay and strategy. We've also added more options like horizontal attacks, defense rolls, and dodges. We added something that is not very common to platform fighters, a meter mechanic. This introduces a more in-depth system to the game in general. Using this meter, you can modify attacks, do ultimates, boost damage, slime cancel, and much more unique stuff. Wow, I did not know that. So that new meter mechanic is not just for your ultimate special. You can also use it to modify attacks, boost damage, and do slime canceling and much more unique stuff. Dang, that seems crazy to be honest. He also said, finally, something that stands out compared to the first game is the character design. On NASB 2, we put a lot of effort into making each character feel unique so we can cater to different types of gameplay. Dang, that is pretty solid stuff. I am really curious about that meter mechanic. I want to try it out already. But moving on to the next question, we got, what was your approach to selecting the roster this time? Any surprises do you think fans won't expect? Anyone not returning from the first Brawl game? Ooh, this is it. We might find out who's returning and who's not returning to NASB 2. Alright, Rodriguez said, this is probably one of the hardest decisions we made when we started to design the game. A lot of thought came into it. We looked a lot at the reaction on the roster of the first game, what were the more requested characters by the community, and also what we can achieve with the vast list of amazing Nick characters. And of course, we had Nick input as well. There were a lot of options and possibilities, but we had to choose, and we are very happy with the final roster. Surprises? Yes. The funny thing is that from all the list of possible characters the fans are making, none we have seen have guessed completely right. Just wait a bit and you will know who made it and who didn't. So no official confirmation of who's making it back to NASB 2, but they did say that they are happy with the final roster. And actually, I heard some crazy things about this roster. I've heard that some of the new characters that will be joining this roster can be controversial, but not just that, also some characters that are unexpected, as in like who would have thought this character would make it into this game. So I don't know if that's good or bad, and hopefully they might announce these new characters at that EVO event. Alright, next question here, what's your approach to implementing voiceovers? Is it all original or do you sample from Nickelodeon shows? And he says all voiceovers is recorded exclusively for the game. Wow, I actually didn't know that. That's kind of cool. After the character is designed, animated, and integrated, we write down the script for every character. This script includes all moves, general feelings, responses, reactions, campaign, and single player lines. We tried to use the lines from the shows or lines that we think that characters could say. Well, that is very cool. So all voice lines are exclusively recorded for this game, so they're all new voice lines. But moving on to the next question, can you talk about the roguelike elements of the single player campaign? Anything you can compare it to so folks have an idea of what to expect? And he says, I don't think we can directly compare it to anything that is out there. At least not that I know of. Of course, if you are familiar with roguelike games, you will understand right away how the campaign works. But we made quite a few adaptations so it could work with the platform fighter mechanic, since first and foremost, this is a platform fighter. I don't want to spoil it too much, but basically we have a main storyline and you start with SpongeBob. As you progress, you unlock characters which you can use in the campaign, and each character has his/her unique storylines. The structure is the same on roguelike games. You progress through a series of battles, and if you lose, you keep some of your progress, unlocked characters, currencies, and etc., and use it to further your progress on your next try until you reach the end. And of course, in the middle, we have cool opponents, bosses, and other elements unique to the campaign. So to be honest, I do not know what a roguelike campaign means, so I can't tell you what that means. But to me, this kind of sounds like Super Smash Bros. Campaign, because in the Smash Bros. Campaign, you start off with one character, which is Kirby, and then as you progress, you unlock more characters in the campaign. And this sounds kind of the same to me because you start off with SpongeBob, and of course, as you progress, you unlock new characters to play as. So it could be a little bit similar to the Smash Bros. Campaign, but then again, it says here that each character you unlock will have his or her unique storylines, so that could be in a unique element for this campaign. And you can also unlock currencies and stuff like that, and hopefully with this currency, you can like buy skins and cosmetics. Honestly, I don't know what this currency is for. And of course, during the campaign, you will be fighting bosses and other cool unique elements. So honestly, this game, specifically this campaign, sounds jam-packed with cool stuff, and I can't wait to try it out. Alright, as for the last question I'm going over, one of the bigger complaints players had about NASB 1 was the preserved value of the cost. Would you say you've taken that to heart for NASB 2? Is this a game you plan to support beyond the announced season pass? I hope that they support and go beyond the announcement of the season pass we got. Hopefully they don't do just like a one and done type of thing like what they did with the first game. They just did like one season pass and then that was it. Hopefully they continue this game for many years, but most likely I don't see Nickelodeon doing that. They're just more of a money grabbing company, if you know what I'm saying. But let's see what he has to say. Absolutely, we put a lot of care into building a much bigger and more polished experience for NASB 2, and we hope players notice. There are quite a lot of changes and additions, for example, more costumes, better animations, better sound, voiceovers at launch, better netcode, campaign, more gameplay modes, and more. But most of all, we hope players have fun playing the game and feel they are getting a value for it. All I can say right now is that we are very excited about the season pass. So from that last sentence there, it looks like they just plan on doing one season pass, because me personally, I would assume they would want to say, of course we're going to continue supporting this game for years on out. But he didn't say that, he just said, I'm excited for Season Pass 1. So this game could also be a one and done type of game just like the first one, but at least this game, NASB 2, seems bigger and better than the first game with a lot more content. But there you have it, huge news and new details about the game. Leave all your thoughts and comments down below in the comment sections. What do you think about Nickelodeon All-Star Brawl 2 making an appearance at EVO? Are you excited for that? And what do you think about all these new details that we just went over? Thanks for watching, have a good one, and I'll see you in the next one. Peace.